Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading, so please remember to take what resonates and toss the rest. Okay. I hope everybody's doing well. As well as can be for the craziness going on. I'm probably not going to have a live stream until tomorrow. I'm not sure what time yet, so if you are one of those people who show up at my live streams on the other channel, anyastarot, check the community tab because that's usually where I put it. Alright, well, we're starting out real good here. This is the third eye, or the sixth chakra of the 7 chakras of the body. We actually have a lot more than that, but somebody's definitely eyeballing a victory of yours here, and they're not real happy about it. They're not real happy about your patience or your transformation. Sounds like a them problem. But let's see what's going on. I feel like you might have a lot going on in your life. A lot of us do. And I said this in, I think, last videos I did was, we're all going through stuff. Everybody's going through stuff. Try not to be like this, because there's a new beginning here for you. 0 point. And this is an integration. It's an integration with your shadow and your light. And everybody's going through this because Pluto just went direct. But somebody doesn't like that. They don't like that because maybe they liked you in a weaker state. Maybe they liked you as, an unknowing person, but you're tapped in. So they don't like it that you're tapped in, because you see them. You see them coming. You see that what they're doing. And even though they may not think that you know. You'll smile. Most recent past, prosperity begins. Crown chakra with the intuition. Like I said, you are transforming into a whole other, very, very connected, very, well, how do I want to say that? Like, it's a knowing. It's like I said, it's like when you get your crown chakra, you get tapped completely in with the universe, with all that is. And there's some people here who don't like that, because they can't trick you. They can't take anything from you, because you're already 7 steps ahead of them. We have the crown and intuition here. High priestess energy. So that's what I feel like. I feel like your prosperity, whether that be in relationships or money or whatever, it's already begun. There's something that's already begun here. A new beginning for you. A new beginning for many people. 5 of Cups in the immediate future, so there is some sadness here. Like I said, this person could be jealous, but at the same time, they're kind of sad, because you're finding your balance, and like I said, I feel like it's a victory for you, not so much for them. Maybe they were like this in the past, and they're not so much anymore, because they see where you're coming from now. And that's what the emotional loss is the fact that you're finding balance despite anybody's best efforts to throw you off. And it was because maybe they have feeling for you, or you had feeling for them. Either way, there's an emotional loss here because of your success, of your victory. Whether that be from you or them. I mean, it could be you. Because, you know, I mean, it's really sad that people can't be happy for other people. I think that's one of the saddest things about our society. Is that, you know, good news for somebody else doesn't mean that someone else is a loss. You know, it just means that, you know, they got lucky, or they worked harder, or whatever the case may be. But there's definitely a brand new beginning for you here. I have 2 aces and a chariot here. So an ace of wands and an ace of cups. Factors affecting the situation, and the chariot. Triumph over love and passion. Probably, you know, I mean, like I said, this could be a new relationship coming in. Doesn't have to be, but this could be just the relationship with yourself, because it's 0 point. You know, I mean, it's where you it's a knowing that you can fill that 0 up with as many numbers as you want. And it starts with the number 1. Like I said, somebody's very jealous of your patience. There's this waiting game. There's this... It feels like somebody's playing a game. Like I want to play a game. I mean, it feels very robotic. Like... somebody in the background, like, wanting to maybe, I don't even know how to explain this, maybe want to have a relationship with you, or have some sort of friendship with you, or something like that, but they're waiting for the right moment. And to me, past, present, or future, the right moment is always right now. You know, the present. That's why it's called the present. And as much as you can stay present, is the tapping in. It's like okay, so this is what we're doing right now. Doesn't mean you can't plan for the future. It just means that you stay present right now. You handle what's right now. You do what's right now, and you keep going. You know, that's how life works. And you keep learning. So we have moving on to material harvest. So there's somebody waiting for this. Now, like I said, if you have an idea, if you have a business in mind, something that, you know, you think that something would be great for a lot of people, because everybody could use some good news right now, and go for it. Don't act like it doesn't exist, because it's probably a really good idea that's going to bring in lots of prosperity, financially and emotionally. Something you've lost, you're losing, you'll gain it back in another way. Maybe it's a relationship. Hopes and fears. Accelerated motion. Base chakra. Yeah, there's some movement, choices, and decisions that need to be made in order to make this happen, because it Could be literal moving with the base chakra. Two of Wands. You know, there's definitely some decisions that need to be made here. And it's accelerated. This could be them. This could be you. Take it as it resonates. Wow. So, material and spiritual prosperity and a fulfillment of wishes. Nice. So that's the Six of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Wow. Somebody's keeping themselves stuck instead of moving forward with this. It's the fear. And that's why they're stuck in that almost jealousy type energy. It's not that they really feel that way. It's that their fear is stopping them from coming forward and creating a relationship that's probably going to be beneficial for two people. You know, with the prosperity begins, the love begins, and the accelerated emotions. If the hope or the fear here is the accelerated motion, then somebody's stopping themselves out of fear. And that's a shame. Because it looks like this could be a very nice situation if somebody's willing to let go of the fear. I know fear. I know it just as good as anybody else. Sometimes it can be tough to get over. Two of Pentacles. This is figuring stuff out. Juggling a situation and figuring stuff out. Now this could be the other person who is tapping in now. Justice will be had when emotional balance is created. Like I said, the immediate future, that's not emotional balance. You know, so whoever you are or whoever this other person is, you know, creating that emotional balance in a relationship with like the King of Cups energy, which is Scorpio energy, and Justice, which is balance. You know, it doesn't see, it just sees truth. It just, you know, it balances out the scales. And this is balancing out some sort of scales on your behalf if you've done the work. You know, if you've balanced your energy, if you've come to a state where you're in the middle, you're not hating, you're not, you know what I mean. You know when somebody's emotionally imbalanced. Yeah. This is a cycle. I feel like somebody needs to, like I said, stop focusing on the loss and start focusing on the gain. You know, there may be a time of mourning here for a relationship or a partnership, but if you don't get yourself out of that fear, that's where you'll stay. And the new beginning won't happen. Like I said, that's 0. Now you can fill it up with as many 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s that you want. Trust me when I say I've been taken back to 0. And all I had was the universe to talk to. And nothing in my pockets is. So there's a very, like I said, some sort of prosperity coming your way, and it's going to come in very quickly with the Knight of Swords. There's some sort of confusion though here about an Empress. I feel like somebody's going to hurry up and bring you this Ace of Pentacles because maybe they were under some kind of illusion and blinded by something somebody said or somebody did, or thoughts, just thoughts keeping them trapped. And this is the ultimate goal here with most energies, is to be the loving, kind, nurturing mother energy that sort of helps everybody, or tries to help everybody. It's the feminine, whether you're male or female. There is no gender in tarot. Imagine a world full of people like that. Nobody would go without. Nobody would want for anything. But that isn't the reality of things, unfortunately. Too much greed and jealousy and craziness going on. Like I said, something in your work or something that you have embarked upon, Six of Wands to the Eight of Pentacles, that is what's bringing in this prosperity. And there's the Fool taking a leap of faith, Three of Wands. Like I said, there are some movement choices and decisions that need to be made here, though, because you're coming to a different. It's like coming into a shift, a paradigm shift. So something has to be lost in order to gain. So the attempt here in the immediate future is to block the truth, but the truth's coming anyway because it's protected. Truth is the truth. I mean, it's just the way it is. We have the Chariot and the Tower. So whoever's feeling this emotional loss is definitely having to defend their truth. Scorpio, Cancer energy with the Ace of Swords. It's the past. I'll tell you, not everybody's got perfect history, right? We've all done things in the past that have probably been less than savvy. But to be judged by the past and not who you are now is not right. That, if you've learned your lessons and you've come a long way and you've become who you are now, which is standing in your truth no matter what your past was, then you've earned that right to defend your truth. Sagittarius energy with the Temperance card. You've earned that right through pain, through emotional loss, through suffering. But it was your own, a lot of times, a lot of suffering that you created, maybe you have created on your own through lessons learned. Someone else is going through that now. Or this is, something you're dealing with. Like I said, take it as it resonates. What is this? Love begins as the factors affecting the situation. Yeah, I think somebody made a little bit of a boo-boo here. Maybe a wrong choice. Maybe a, like I said, less than savvy choice. And now they're stuck in some sort of collaboration or contract. Something that has to do with finances or financial situation. Maybe they thought it was love, but it was more of a transactional type thing. That's going on a lot these days. Love is not transactional, nor should you chase it or fight for it, because love is just love. It just is, or it isn't, you know? Especially with relationships and partnerships. Somebody's waiting for something to be over. I want to put this destiny to rest. I mean, it's almost like it's like somebody's healing from an ending. Maybe that's you, maybe that's somebody else. Sagittarius and Scorpio energy here with the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune. I'm not going to go negative on that, even though I could. Because there's somebody here who's really, really greedy. King of Wands. And I could go negative on that. But I'm choosing not to today. Alright? They want to keep something at someone else's expense. 44. If it's somebody else's, let it go. Whoever you are. It's not yours to keep. Yeah, there's some sort of, this popped out in reverse. There's some sort of injustice in the hopes and fears here. With this accelerated motion, it's like, yeah, some kind of cycle's coming to a close. 9 of Cups, 10 of Wands. So somebody's putting a burden down here. Once and for all. But, like I said, this is somebody waiting for something negative to happen in order for them to put down a burden. They're hoping that it doesn't take too long. Final outcome. Final outcome. Yeah, we gonna keep it on the high vibe today. There's enough low vibe and sketchy ass energy going on in the world. Like I said, there's something coming towards you. Somebody may want to invest in you with this Knight of Pentacles. It is a solid offer, but it's up to you to take a leap of faith of whether you're the one trapped in fear or not. Scared. Blame you. Lots of people bullshitting out there, but like I said, if you think you're right, if your intuition is telling you, if your gut is telling you, because that's your second brain, that this is the right thing to do, then go with that. If not, then don't. I mean, I do feel like whatever you think here, you're right. King of Cups, like I said, it's coming in quick. Whatever this is, 8 of Wands, it may require a move. Because there's the 6 of Swords with the 8 of Wands. And the Knight of Cups. Somebody's coming towards you, I feel like, with some sort of news. And they want to move on to calmer waters with you. They want to work something out here. I don't know if I trust this person. No, it's not the fear that you should be thinking of. It's how it makes you feel. You know, if it feels a little sketchy and you're not real sure, take your time. Don't make this decision too quickly. I mean, if somebody says, if somebody's trying to hurry you up to do something, then there are underlying reasons. some things that you may know, but you can only, it's like you can't solidify them. So until it's solid, which is the Queen of Pentacles, don't bet all your horses on one. Don't bet all your money on one horse, because you just might lose. But do it with sensibility. Don't do it with emotions, because that will keep you trapped and stuck. And the injustice here is that this person's trying to hurry up and do something not so good, so they can have something else. Because it's like a spoiled child. You know, you don't give them what they want, they throw a fit. And when this person throws a fit, it's a big fit. It's like a grown ass man or woman who can't accept what they already have. They want more, 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 more. Greedy, can't be grateful for what they have. So they want to take it from you, or take it from anybody else that they can take it from. With magic, with manipulation, with tricks. And it's not right. You know, I mean, be grateful for what you have. If you're still alive, you're still alive. There's a lot going on in the world that can make that not true. Don't let somebody rush you into a situation, because I do feel like whoever this person is, they are watching to see if they can either weasel their way in to take what you got, or to make you feel like you ain't got nothing to offer. Either way, it's dark. Like I said, I was trying to stay away from that, but it keeps coming out. So I'm gonna read them as they come. And like I said, I talk from experience. You put everything on the line for somebody. Everything. Your home, your stability, which is the base chakra. Everything on the line for somebody. And then that somebody turns around and robs you because you weren't paying attention. This is what I'm saying. The Two of Pentacles and the third eye chakra. This is juggling your sight, juggling what you know and what you don't know. It's a new beginning, but somebody wants it at your expense. They'll offer you, from what I can see, but it's going to come at a price. What price are you willing to pay? Regardless of it, you know, if it's emotional or if it's financial. There's a Six of Wands and there's an Eight of Pentacles already here in the past. You've already begun this journey. You do not need this person's help. But if you accept it, it may come at a price. And I don't see it as a good thing, because of all the jealousy and it's like almost hatred that's aimed at you for whatever you're accomplishing at this time. I don't like it. I wouldn't recommend it. I wish I had better news. It's your time. overthinking, unexpected blessing, and there's love here. Yeah, somebody definitely needs some counseling about their shadow and needs to change their defense mechanisms. There's definitely some good news coming your way. I don't, I feel like, you're starting a whole new chapter of your life here. And you have a new outlook on it. Don't let somebody come in and pee in your Wheaties. I'm just going to be 100 with you. And that's what I feel like this person's trying to do. It's almost like a too good to be true type energy. And they want to come in and make you feel less than so they can dominate you in some way. Either that or they just want to get rid of you. Period. They want to take something from you. They're just waiting for it to be over. And I think you are too, because look, limit, crime, forbidden love, and curiosity. This is turned into like a crime of passion. Like somebody got it so bad that they've turned curiosity into a crime, like spying on your stuff, or just being so obsessed with what you do daily that they're freaking out. Yeah, I can't make it up. An addiction to the taboo, to what they shouldn't want, or what they should or shouldn't want is up to them. But it's like something that they want to be over because they can't stop themselves. Forgotten person, core, past, old friend. Like I said, this person can't stop themselves from being addicted to forbidden love or some kind of that's turning criminal. There's a limit to it, so it's turning criminal. And you're going through a transformation. This person's very eager to see you. There's some sort of waiting. Like I said, the waiting game for something to be over. Surprise, accident, big change, moment of decision. Yeah. Like I said, if somebody's trying to rush you to make a decision, you gotta ask yourself why. And that's all I'm saying in this reading. If someone that you did not invite into your life, or trust me, is trying to rush you because they think you're forgetting about them, or they think that you don't want, you might not want anything to do with this person because of their obsession, because of their toxic attachment to you, which is, and it's definitely an injustice, because there's definitely some sort of toxic attachment here. It's like, if I can't have you, nobody can type energy. And that's twisted. That turns into caution. And it would be wise to be very cautious about this decision. If you give up everything for this person, and then you end up robbed out in the cold, and you know what I'm saying? I would not trust this person with your life, because there's some jealousy here, and there's definitely a toxic obsession of some kind. That, like I said, it's turned into a crime. The dragon I got for you today is spirit and balance. So, and balance came in reverse and spirit came in upright. What this tells me That who, oh, there's something behind it. Ah, the platinum card. The chakra card. Balancing your chakras. Spirit. Your dark and your light. Your shadow and your light. And in reverse, it means the exact opposite of what this card means. So that means somebody here is very, very imbalanced. Like I said, this toxic obsession that they have for you is turning into a criminal pursuit. And it's not cool. This is the first card in this deck. Alright, let's see what it says. It says, what you are experiencing in your life now is transitional. This dragon balance depicts aspects of us as a whole, our light and shadow sides. As humans, we show the world our many different sides. For we are multifaceted and can change from situation to situation. The aspects could include our compassion, frustration, love, irritation, joy, and so on. His appearance in your spread is to remind you that everything is perfect, even if the situation you find yourself in is pushing your buttons. Balance says fear and frustration only serve one purpose, and that is to disempower. Life on earth is all about achieving a personal equilibrium, seeing things for what they are, balancing your daily activities and demands with time to laugh and play. You run the risk of becoming too serious and caught up in the dramas that are unfolding in your life now by not allowing yourself time to play. You can call upon my energy and wisdom to guide you to be more balanced in how you view or feel about your situation. You cannot have darkness without light, and sun without the moon. Do you need to learn to say no, or to look at your personal boundaries? Are they being crossed? I would say so. But like I said, it's up to each and every one of anybody who watches my videos to decide. I cannot decide those things for you. Your decisions to make these kind of decisions are all up to you. Are your boundaries being crossed too often? Maybe you should say yes to things which, although they make you fearful, will assist your personal and spiritual growth. Some lessons we don't need to learn again and again and again. Okay? So, if you've already... My earring keeps flipping around. If you've already learned this lesson, you don't need to relearn it. And it ain't out of fear. It's out of it's out of balance. It's out of personal balance that you've learned that what works for you and what don't. Some of us are just still experiencing that. Remember that what you are experiencing in your life now is transitional. It won't last forever. This, like much of life, is a phase, a lesson, and it too will soon pass. If you find yourself in a perplexing situation, ask for the wisdom to be bestowed upon you. Balance will guide you to understanding, to know in your heart what you can do, or indeed if you need to do anything at all. Sometimes all that is required is patience. And somebody really dislikes that about you. So, balance your patience with your decisions, and you can't go wrong. Either way, it's a lesson or a blessing. But like I said, some of us don't need to learn those lessons over again. We learned from the past. Alright? Well, those are your messages, my darlings. Please remember to press the like button, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.